Hello, this is Harry Payton. I'm back. We've just covered some information on East Orange General Hospital. We're back with the second segment, and I have with me some people that I'm going to introduce in just a second. I've been informed, and it's good for you to know, that January is Cervical Health Awareness Month. Bet you didn't know that. Now you know. Do some research on it, but we're going to give you some information to make it easy. And with me, I have, to my right, Miss Lakeisha Johnson, Physician Assistant at the Women's Health Center, and to my left, Miss Danielle Boyd, Danielle with an E, not Daniel, Danielle, Boyd, Senior Director of Women and Family Health Centers and Community Relations. I'm going to start, even though I introduced you first, so she doesn't get offended.
Lakia.
Hi, how are you, Danielle? Hi, Lakia. Good to meet you guys, and we have some information that you're going to give to our audience, and I'm going to stop joking so we can get serious. What is cervical cancer?
Well, cervical cancer, it's a malignant process that involves the area of the cervix. The cervix is usually sits inside the woman's vagina, and it's usually the bottom portion of the uterus.
All right. And when you hear the word cancer, of course, that's always an ominous term. So I know that if it's cervical cancer, it's not something that a person would want.
No, it's not a desirable diagnosis, but it is something that can be prevented, and if diagnosed, it can be treated.
Okay, so how can it be prevented?
Well, the number one reason we prevent cervical cancer is from doing our pap smears. As women, once you become of a certain age, you usually are encouraged to get a pap smear once a year or every 6 months, depending on whatever your issues are. And this basically takes cells from that area of the cervix and it tests them for abnormal cells. And some of these cells could be precancerous, some of these cells could be cancerous, or they could be normal.
Okay. All right, and I know a lot of women would already know about the various tests and everything, but just not to take that for granted, what will be involved in a routine checkup?
So a routine checkup, for your GYN exam, you usually do sort of a head to toe. We limit it to certain areas, so we usually start with the breast examination, which involves feeling on the breast for any abnormal tissues or lumps. You usually then go to below in the genital area and you check for any lesions, any bumps, and then you actually examine inside the vagina and you perform a pap smear, and then you also do a pelvic exam, which you also can feel for any ovarian enlargement. Those things are not seen on pap smears.
Okay.
So your GYN would have to physically, examine you to feel for that.
Right, okay. And we're here at this fine facility. Tell us about some of the services that are offered here at the East Orange General. And just for the audience to know, I've taken a visit. I have been here before. When I came, I went to the emergency room because it was emergency care. But when I took the walkthrough, I was amazed at many of the modernizations and many of the fine machines and updated equipment that this hospital has. So I am going to use, and you correct me if I'm wrong, you guys have now, if you didn't have it before, you have the state-of-the-art equipment to go along with the expertise of many of the professionals that are working here.
Absolutely. So East Orange General Hospital at this point has had the honor to provide comprehensive women's health. Prospect has given us the unique opportunity to build a comprehensive women's health center. We provide diagnostics hand in hand with women's health. So not only are you able to come in, get your GYN care, you're also able to have your ultrasound, your mammogram, and bone density test all within the same space, working with a very, very high-skilled team. And as you walk through any portion of your care, you're working with the very same individuals each time.
That's good. Now, in the beginning, you said Prospect. Prospect is an agency, or was it,
Prospect Medical Holdings is our parent company out of California, which purchased East Orange General Hospital out of bankruptcy a year ago.
Yes. Yes.
And it has been an awesome journey to be able to transform this hospital one piece at a time to make a difference in healthcare in our community.
It's good to know. I know that during the time of the proposed, I guess, bankruptcy and the problems that were, happening, I had read some of the information, and because it has been so long, that it was highlighted once there was a saving of the hospital, someone that was going to put dollars in, modernize, and do the thing. So it's good to come back a year later,
Yes.
and this is the end result.
Yes, absolutely. We have put forth a lot of effort into making sure that our community is served with the same high quality care that any other community is served. That is our mission, and we come in every day to perform that task.
Beautiful, beautiful. And again, my audience knows me. Again, like I mentioned, I use the services twice for emergency care. And generally, emergency care is not what you want to do. I do have a doctor, I have a physician that is my primary, and I have good health benefits, so I can use almost any services available in the world. But when I came, I was in pain, and you generally get, your doctor says, go to the emergency room, or your brain says it. I don't know which one, but I know at one time my doctor said it, so I was really scared because the doctor said go. And when I came, I was in so much pain. I never forget, I was in so much pain. And look, if they said, this monkey here is going to treat you, and he said, best, I would have took that service. I didn't care. I didn't care what it looked like or anything. But what I can tell you is they provided me excellent care. They took care of me. They realized that I was in pain, that I didn't want to be here, didn't want to, none of that was what I woke up that morning and said, I want to be here. And they took care of me excellently and got me back to excellent health. And that goes beyond the bricks and mortar. That goes to the people that they have here working at this fine institution. And I say that without reservation and without regret. I've even put it on Facebook because I have to give you another note. Full disclosure, my sister works here in the emergency room, and she's worked here for a number of years. But it's not because it's my sister, because she wasn't even here that night. It was the other people who waited on me and took good care. I know my sister probably was on the phone telling them, but I know that they do that for each and every patient here. So I thank you guys for this information. Can you give us some contact information in case a person wants to go on your website or any of that other good information?
Absolutely. The Women's Health Center, you could always give us a call at 973-414-6804. We are open 5 days a week, and we are accommodating to many people's schedules. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, beautiful. And you have a website here, which is the www.e as in Edward, V as in Victor, H as in Harry.org. So I'll do it again, www.evh.org. You can get information off of that website. Please utilize this. I know, and I've said it over and over about the township of Irvington. People put negative connotations on things because of things that happened 40, 50 years ago, and sometimes when things happen, again, they did experience bankruptcy, but you need to visit this hospital now. Don't go up looking for something that you can get right here. And the thing that does is that keeps this facility here, because as long as you go away and you go to the other facilities that don't have those financial problems, they continue not to have it, and our facilities struggle. This facility is as fine as any facility I've seen, and I know because I have a daughter who works up at the Great St. Barnabas, so I've seen that facility, and I wouldn't know if you put me in one and put me in the other and didn't let me know, I wouldn't know which place I was at. So I'm advocating, if you do need the services here, particularly women, we are advocating for women to take advantage of the women's services here and the contact information. I thank you both for being guests. Is there anything else that you would like to add before we end?
Just come in, make sure that as women, you take care of your health on an annual basis. Preventive health is the best kind of health. Thank you so much.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. And as always, in closing, I always like to thank the fine mayor of my town the Honorable Tony Voss for his leadership and for the great things that he's doing and for allowing me this forum to bring this kind of information. And though this is not Irvington, this is a sister, and we in Irvington are friends of East Orange. Our mayor is friends of the great new mayor of this town, and that's Ted Green. We wish him much success in his role as the mayor of East Orange. And like their friends, we're friends to institutions that are very close, less than a few miles. So take advantage, and we look to see you again. Thank you both again. Thank you so much. And thank you always, audience, for viewing the show.